All right. We should be back on the air. We haven't started yet. I had to restart. Shows RPGrinders. We're live every Friday. Shit. Don't want to do that. Don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay. That was weird. Slagar, give us a second. I got to do a couple of things here to get us back up and running for the show. Oh boy. Let's get out of that. Yo. Let's get a break on here and then guarantee this is riveting. I'm sure everybody's super excited. Let's get a break on here and then I'll get everything set up and then we'll get going. We've got tons of news. Break, you here? Yeah, sorry. I had audio issues. Had to restart everything, but looks like we're good to go now. Sort of, kind of. Oh, there it is. Let me check this thing out.
It's all right. Our listeners know not to show up for like 20 minutes.
That's probably true, man. They're probably like, fuck, man. We know these motherfuckers are going to be fucking up, so, let's just do what we do. It's going to be a jam-packed news show today. Hopefully we'll just do a lot of headlines, I guess, so to speak. Make sure my audio settings are correct here. I'll get the chats up and running, and then we should be good to go. How was your week, Break? It was a week, huh?
Yeah, it's bad. I don't really want to talk about it on the show. My dad
we're live on the air already.
Oh yeah, but we're not
everything.
Recording. I mean, we haven't really started the show yet.
Yeah, we haven't started.
This won't be on the podcast. What we're saying. Right
well, it'll be on YouTube. I just wanted to make you aware of that break before.
Yeah. Okay. Dad had congestive heart failure again, so it's been a week in the hospital all over again.
Oh boy. I'm sorry to hear that, Break.
Yeah. Thanks. Anyway, so that's been my week.
Yeah. Man, tough battle, man.
Yep.
He's strong though. He's gonna get through it, man. Let's see. What else do I need? I got all that. I do need my chats up. Jesus Christ, I said chats, and I'm sure Slagar's in there probably like, you motherfuckers. Hang on, Slagar. I know you're in there. Hang on. We'll get this thing started. I promise. I just, when in doubt, just blame Break, man. That's what I do. I just blame Break.
Crap, this pin's over. Jesus, pin's running.
I don't like the new layout for the Creator Studio because it doesn't allow me to do a lot. It's weird. Okay, fucking A. Live streaming. Here we go. We'll be starting in just a second if you're just joining us. Show hasn't started yet. Of course it hasn't started yet because of problemos. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I promise I'm getting there. Just got a couple things to update and then we'll be in good shape. Now I just need the Twitcher. Isn't that what they call, like in Walking Dead? No, that's like, what's that movie, Breakman, with,
Oh, I know.
It's like, the Dead series, but it's the updated, Dawn of the Dead. They call them Twitchers. Like The Walking Dead.
Okay. I don't remember. I don't remember which one it is.
It's the Zack Snyder directed one.
Yeah. Okay. No, I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. It's really good. Let me just get the chat up, and then we should be good to go. Sorry, guys. Just had some audio issues at the beginning. I know now what not to do with with the audio and all that. Freak 5 is exiled because I can see the Twitch chat now, even though I'm still working on something here. Okay. I heard you laughing, you son of a bitch, Breakman. Alright. Let me see who all is in chat, because I never really address them. Just Slagar and Freak 5 is in there and us for now, so... yo.
Well, the police haven't showed up yet. They're just waiting. As soon as you start the show, they're going to show up, and they're just waiting. They're, you know what? They probably have a yellow notebook, and they're just sitting there writing down, like taking notes. Like, there's 1 point, there's 2 points. Yep.
Yeah,
we kicked them off there. We've got enough ammo. Here we go.
That's 7 years right there. We could get them for, you know.
They're never going to be able to use the internet again when we're done.
I need you guys to confirm that you can hear Eric here.
I need to grab
Hi,
a fresh
this is Eric
beer.
RPG, and I'm here
Did you hear Eric RPG?
with a video for...
Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we're good to go. Sorry about the delay, everybody. All two of you, literally, Slagar and Freak 5. Does anybody see me typing in there? Hello?
I bet Dungeon Buster's too busy playing Astral Chain.
Yeah, probably. I wanted to get that, man. I just don't have the
Or
money.
Control.
I just don't have the money for it right now. Okay, I think we're finally ready to go. Sorry for the delay, everybody. You guys ready to go?
Yep, I think that's where it's clear.
Oh, God, man. Why is this shit giving me so many fucking issues? Son of a bitch. Okay, there you are, Freak. Thanks for...
Son of Beach. I love that shit. Well...
Son of Beach.
Son of the Beach?
Son of the Beach, yeah. Okay.
It wasn't the best of his parody shows, but it was good. I liked it.
Okay. Alright, I think we're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Eric, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound kind of muffled now. I don't know what's going on with my audio.
I'm being leaning back, that's why.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, we're ready to go, guys. Here we go. And welcome everybody to episode 555 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, we're finally on the air. I blame you, Breakman. How does it always feel to be blamed for everything, Breakman? Nothing from you, Break? Really?
I'm having Skype issues, I think.
Oh, okay.
I was muted, and then I tried to unmute myself, and then there was silence, and I kept unmuting.
Oh man, I think that's good. It's going to be the theme of this show. 555, Slagar says. Yes, it is episode 555. It's a curse one already, man. Audio issues galore. Gremlins in the machine for sure. Eric, how was your week, dude?
Better than last week.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the news, Eric. Let's start with you, my friend.
Okay, from RPG site, we've got a date for Romancing Saga 3 for Japan, and presumably with the Western dates not long after. But November 11th is the date.
Oh yeah, and that Saga baby.
And it will be coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation Vita, Steam, and mobile devices. But I'm guessing if you get the PS4 version, it's cross-buy.
Yeah. I
It
haven't
doesn't
seen.
say, but that one makes sense.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much on this, Eric. I saw this trailer, but it looks like it's shaping up to be pretty damn good. Hope for the best on that. All right. Anything else on that break?
No.
All right, then let's move on to the next story.
Coming to us live from RPG site, Yakuza 7, officially announced for PlayStation 4, is command-based, set to release in Japan on January 16th, 2020. There's an update. Well, original story was yesterday, new story is today. I don't think I need to read the original story. Let's just skip to the update.
Yeah.
Producer Masayoshi Yokoyama posted a Twitter thread describing some of the elements to a new command-based battle system in Yakuza Like a Dragon. I like that name, Like a Dragon.
Yeah, they went the Resident Evil 7 route and just called it that. The original Japanese title in English.
I like that name. That's a pretty badass name, Like a Dragon. Sort of like a boss, but you're better than the boss because you're a fucking dragon.
Goddamn right.
Called a live command RPG battle system, meaning enemies will not be stationary and the battle situation will constantly be changing. Okay. Entering combat does not stop the town from moving, environments keep moving, etc., and both enemies and allies will move to face each other in combat. You can interact and damage the environment. Oh, I like that. Let's see here. Because it's also developed from the same systems from the Dragon engine and from the series itself, items on the battlefield can be used as weapons, bikes, signs, etc. Turn order is decided by characters' perimeters. Same result is never guaranteed when attacking the same target either, as there is the possibility another enemy might try to block the attack of the one you targeted earlier. Oh, this sounds really cool so far. When using items, bikes, signs, etc., distance and character skill and occupation will determine how they attack with it. When trying to flee combat, your escape can be blocked by enemies. Players can still also attack multiple enemies at a time, but this is dependent on techniques. The system is called Live Command RPG Battle because people who fight in cities always have to mind their surroundings in an always moving space. There is an auto mode for combat, so if you're somebody who's not dexterous, I guess.
Yeah, people were pissed because they're going the RPG route for this Yakuza, and
it sounds really cool to me.
It does, man. I'm excited. I have yet to play any of the Yakuzas, even though I own a couple. But I think it's he's not in here right now, but Dungeon is a high, like he really likes the Yakuza series, and I think this is a fantastic idea. They've been going with the same action-y platform, not platform, but action.
I like when brands expand, like for instance, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, well, Mortal Kombat, they did their expansions were terrible, but they had like the action game, the Sub-Zero game, and and like the Monk game, which was actually okay.
Yeah,
stuff like that, and Mega Man's had like the RPG or combat. What was that shit? Command Mission.
Yeah.
And just other offshoots of the series and different gameplays, or different game styles. I mean. Yeah,
Slagar says looks good, and I agree. I couldn't agree more. I mean, they're using that same engine, but putting it in an RPG setting with caveats to the actioners out there that would prefer, a more fast-paced experience. So I think it's the best of both worlds, and I'm glad they're going in a slightly different direction. And you got to go outside your comfort zone every once in a while. So
I'm tired of trailers showing us video and instead of gameplay.
I agree. I totally agree.
What is the last thing we care about when we're gaming, for the most part?
Video, CG, shit,
I was going to say, story, right? I mean, I get it when you're playing an RPG, you're invested in the story and such like that, but for the most part, you're playing a game to play the game.
Hey, this
participating in it and just sitting here watching a video over it's just
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I totally agree. Freak5 said he watched American Horror Story Apocalypse this week. He loved that season. I totally agree, Freak5. I think it's a great season. Slagar said, I didn't get to Dark Crystal yet. I kind of want to watch that too, man. But I have to
It
go.
just came out today, didn't it?
Yeah. Least thing story, what the fuck, Slagar says. Yeah, I'm in disagreement with you, Breakman. I think story is... especially...
that's not what I meant. Like, I know how it came out, but I mean, like, playing the game as opposed to watching the game.
I agree with that, actually.
Is really what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
right now, like, we're just watching videos. Like,
Yeah.
this is... If we play the game, we all do this. This is the same experience we all get when if we're watching a video. When we're actually playing the game, we all get our own different experiences.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I would agree with that, Breakman. There's nothing controversial in that at all, man. I know what you're saying, but...
Yeah, I wasn't, like, I love story. I don't... Yeah, like...
Yeah.
That came out really wrong.
Yeah, no. I know. I get what you're saying. Like when they do trailers and there's no gameplay, you're like you can't even get a feel for the game. You know, it's just like, okay, you gave us a nice, pretty movie, but what about gameplay? We always say that. We always say that.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm talking about the trailers for games too. I wasn't talking about the actual game itself.
Yeah. No, story's definitely important, especially in RPGs. All right, let's move on. To the next story, speaking of stories, from RPGsite.net, Warsaw for PC delayed to October 2nd. Let's see, I just said that. There's nothing really. Okay, with Warsaw, we wanted to create a game both culturally significant and great to play. With the original planned release date approaching, we needed a few more weeks in order to deliver the best possible. So, that's like a non-statement, really. Like, that's just whatever.
Well, I like that they're taking more time to work on their game. I appreciate that. But, yeah, as far as, like, a story, it seems like it's just a bad story again from RPG.
Yeah. There's nothing going on here. So, all right, Eric, you're up next.
Okay, we've got a story for Niflheim from RPG Site, and it's dated for September 20th for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. And the game previously released for PC on Steam back in September of last year. So this is a console release of the game. But I don't know too much about it because I haven't heard many people talk about it.
Yeah, I heard Niflheim one other time when we did a story on it. I think it was for PC, and it looks okay. I saw the trailer. It's like sort of looks 2D-ish, like a side-scrolling type game, but it looks okay, man. I don't know what the reviews are on it or anything, but I'm sure at some point I'll check it out because it looks like it has a badass Viking with all kinds of weapons and fun stuff.
This guy's living in a house that has a dragon draped on top of it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that dragon's dead or not.
Slagar says nipple harm. I'm sure you've done plenty of nipple harm back in your day, Slagar, for sure. So yeah, Niflheim, September 20th. All right, break. What do we got next?
I don't know. What do we have next? I'm sorry. What was that? I meant coming to us live from RPG Site. Arc of Alchemist delayed to early 2020 in the West. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, this is after their first delay.
Yeah, that's 2 delays from Compile Hard. That doesn't bode well, does it, Eric?
I don't know, like, because they said they were delayed.
I think they're just
2019, and winter of 2019 is pretty busy. So maybe they looked at it and said, maybe better to come out next year, or then maybe there's something wrong with the game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or
I don't think we can.
Or they're too swamped as it is with all the other stuff they're releasing the rest of the year.
That could be too.
Or maybe they just saw that they have enough stuff releasing, and they're like, well, why don't we hold this one back?
I guess.
Like that.
Okay.
I mean, there could be a lot of things. There's not enough information in this story to tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Slagar says that previous trailer looked like a Viking Valkyrie thing from Warcraft. So yeah, I kind of got that.
It's got a Odin Sphere vibe to it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. All right, I think is it your turn, break?
So how many people are paying to play Warcraft Classic?
I don't know, man.
You guys getting on that? You gonna play the whole Warcraft from paying in money to?
No, hell no, man. Come on.
So
we
they
could all
have a
complain
server,
about
so apparently
how
a lot
much
of people
better
are.
it is now because it's missing all the features.
Yeah.
They took out a lot of like classes and stuff. All the stuff that was added in all the DLC packs that they sold. I forget which one I stopped after. I
Yeah.
think the second one, but there have been like 5 or 6 since then. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And this WoW Classic. Anyway, coming to us live from RPG Site. Caravan Story launches on September 10th for PlayStation 4. There you go.
Yeah, that's the whole story. Pretty trailer, very Warcraft-like. Speaking of Warcraft, Freak5 says, or maybe they wanted to give you another story this week. Slagar says, I'm classic now. That's it. Yeah. I am not. I am tempted. I love the leveling system in vanilla, Freak5 says. So
I mean, I love the original WoW. Like, Mrs. Breakman can test that she sat there and watched me play the stupid game for hours now.
Mrs. Breakman probably is
me,
like,
why are you still playing this shit? What's wrong with you?
Exactly. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net, and it is about indie sneak and slash RPG. Good Night enters early access in December. So that's the whole story. There's some screenshots. There's some key features like strategic heavy-hitting combat, robust stealth elements, procedure.
Do we pretend to act like getting into a crate actually conceals us from the enemy, like Solid Snake does with his cardboard box?
That would be cool, man. Like you like get into a crate and you wait for somebody to come by, and then you like.
Because I imagine there weren't cardboard boxes in medieval times. So
yeah, huge amounts of loot, risk reward management, extra challenges, prepare yourself for battle. No permadeath. That's actually really really good. I like that. Optional Iron Man mode in this game mode. If you die, everything is lost. Dog petting. You can actually pet the dog. That's actually, you know what? That's an underrated thing in video games. Like being able to actually pet the animals, especially dogs. Like I know, what was it, Zelda? You couldn't pet the dogs. It's like, man, I want to pet the damn dog, man. But anyways, this game looks cool. It's got an old school kind of vibe to it. I don't see where the stuff.
There's a Twitter account called "Can You Pet the Dog?" and they'll like tell you if you can pet the dog in a video game. And they erroneously said you can't pet the dog in Bloodstained, but you can because you can use the right analog stick to hold out your hand to do any of the directional shard abilities you can have.
Ooh, well that's cool, man.
So you can simulate petting the dog.
That's cool. Break, if you reactivate your account in Warcraft, you will get all the expansions except the most recent for free. So that's pretty cool. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
We've got from RPG Site, we've got a date for Vampire on Switch, October 29th, so just before Halloween.
Yeah,
It doesn't say anything about a price, but they're probably going to make you pay a full price for it.
Oh yeah, it's got the Switch tax on it for sure.
Some people like it. I didn't care for it because you can't stealth and you can't do a non-violent option game. So fuck it. That's why I don't like it.
From what I saw of it, Eric,
it looks ugly as hell. But then again, I had an Xbox One version and not an X to make it look better.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those games, man. It's very polarizing. I looked at video, it looked appealing to me, but I guess I don't know. Slagar says this looks.
I say if you play it at all, make sure you get it on sale. So
yeah, Slagar says this looks and moves like that Yakuza. I don't know. I can't say. I'd never played either. Eric, is that a fair comparison? Or
nah,
not really. Yeah. I kind of want to play this, but I'm definitely not going to get it on the Switch. I'll wait till I get. It was $15 on the PlayStation 4. I don't know why I didn't pick it up, but whatever. Slagar says Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer. I actually saw that movie. Slagar's terrible.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from everybody who's seen it, so I haven't bothered. I appreciate the warning.
Yeah, don't even
Thank
bother.
you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't bother. Let's see. Who's next? I think it's
I think it's my turn.
It's your turn. Yeah.
And I think I'm coming to you live from RPG Site.
Yep.
Garden Story is a fruity social simulator adventure RPG releasing on PC in spring 2020.
No vegetables? No VeggieTales?
No. Nothing like that. No. Anyway, what was I? Garden Story is a social sim and adventure RPG where you can play Concord, a newly appointed village guardian. There's lots to keep this helpful adventurer busy. Not only do your neighbors need assistance, but a mysterious rot has seeped into the foundations of the once flourishing island. Fortunately, Concord won't be working at this alone. Help your friends with their struggles, and they'll help you through yours. Wow, they're so nice. Balance caring for the environment, exploring new regions, and fostering new friendships as you solve puzzles and help restore the grove to glory. God, I don't think I'd enjoy this game. It sounds too happy.
You play great, so I wonder how squishy you are.
Yeah.
I don't think if you get to squish the grapes, then I'm in. But it doesn't sound like you're doing anything like that. It sounds like there's all hugging and kissing and stuff like that. Like, kissing on the cheeks, like love and.
The only non-fruit thing in this game so far is this frog.
Yeah, none of that French kissing, Breakman. Just the kisses on the cheek, man. You know.
Yep.
Slagar's
in the Eskimo kiss, you know, kissing the nose, stuff like that.
Yeah. Slagar says that you really should check out Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer, Breakman. He's a fan of that movie. He says it's great. Freak5 says, are there bananas in pajamas?
Well, see, I can't listen to that because every time you say you hate a movie, he says he loves it.
Who?
Freak. Every time you say...
No, that was Slagar. That was Slagar's.
Slagar said that?
Yeah, Slagar said check it out, man. I'm not a big fan of the movie, but maybe you can watch it, Breakman, and then say who's right, me or Slagar.
I watched it once at my brother's house, and it was like, eh.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
I've heard everyone say, well, I guess if it's on the Netflix or something, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Tactical roguelike Sin Slayers set to release for PC on September 5th. What else? It's compatible with Windows, Mac OS, which is weird, and Linux. Free demo. The game is available. And checking out, it's a tactical game and looks pretty decent. It's not my bag, but maybe somebody like Breakman would check this out. So it's set in a dark fantasy world where your choices demand or determine how challenging the fights and enemies will be. See, that's an interesting concept that I wish more games would do, is like you can choose how challenging the game is within the game. You know, I'm not talking setting. Like, I'm talking like you could go and fight the easier enemy because you go west, or you can fight the harder enemies and go east. You know what I'm saying? Like different paths you take are easier. And maybe
I get the feeling it's more like setting parameters, like how many poison tiles, or whether or not you want poison tiles in your dungeons or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I was thinking then. But I don't know. I still,
those are way different.
Yeah, way different. I still would prefer the option, like you get information. Like, let's say for instance you're going into the town. You know how like the townspeople always give you more information. They're like, yeah, you know, to the east of here there's some, you know, wolves or something, and you're like, oh shit, I can kick some wolves' ass, you know. And then you talk to somebody else, and they're like,
combat looks like it plays kind of like Final Fantasy, but dungeon exploration looks more like Diablo.
Yeah. But all right, something to look forward to, I guess. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
We've got from RPG Site more news for releases with the release of Ashen coming to PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch finally. Oh, and Steam and GOG because it was an Xbox exclusive, which is weird because usually they do Xbox and PC at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's right. It was the Epic Game Store exclusive. That's why I remember.
Epic.
But comes out December 9th. And I don't know, has anybody played this game?
No. It looks interesting though. We've had stories about Ashen before.
It's a Souls-like, so
yeah. Yeah, that's probably the reason why I fucking, man, I love Bloodborne, but fuck that game. Is what I'm gonna say, man. Like, Jesus Christ, that game is fucking difficult. But so anytime somebody says Dark Souls like, I'm like, oh man, do I really want to punish myself? Do I really want to do that?
I heard it's easier than that.
Well, if it's easier than that, then I'll try it. But god damn it, man, the games are fucking hard. All right, Breakman, what do we got?
Coming to us live from RPG site, Ashen launches for PlayStation 4
Nope,
and Nintendo
next.
Switch.
We did that.
Yeah, we just did that.
I don't listen to you, Eric. I mean,
You're not the boss of me.
coming to us live from RPG site, Brigadine Lunasia, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm going with Lunasia.
Lunasia, I think.
Lunasia? Yeah, I like Lunasia better.
Yeah, Lunasia sounds better.
Syncy, teaser, website, and details uncovered ahead of announcement. Let's see here. The Endless Battle Fantasy Country Takeover Simulation game. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Brigadine. Wait, is this a...
This is I think this is a remake thing.
Oh, I loved Brigadine.
Well, there you go. You got to get a Switch now.
Oh, interesting. And this
I never
Fantasy
played
Country
the original.
Takeover Simulation game. Yes, I love that.
So I heard some weird things about the Brigadine. Like the localizers, was a super Christian, so he kind of fucked with the localization a bit.
Oh my god, that would suck. But as long as the game is okay, I guess I could overlook that.
You were taking over other countries. How could you not enjoy that? Yeah, Brigadine was originally a strategy game for PlayStation with some RPG elements, released in North America in 1998 as Brigadine: The Legend of Forcina. Localized by Atlas USA, a grand edition released in Japan 2 years later in 2000 with various editions including multiplayer, but this version has never localized. Ooh, multiplayer. Ooh.
You could have to get a Switch, man. Maybe like you and Slagar were discussing last week, the lesser version of the Switch, man. Might be something that
the lesser version. You mock it already.
Yeah, I didn't mock
it yet, and you're already mocking it.
But I'm gonna assume that this game's gonna be localized because Happinett did that one dungeon crawler game that reminds me of Legend of Grimrock, but it's with a Japanese player. So they might be doing this too.
Yeah. Commander Root's in chat. What is up, Commander Root? I'm waiting for your brother, Commander Groot, to get in chat.
Oh, and it says PS4 logo can also be found on the website, so it's going to be PS4 and Switch game.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Neither of which Frank has.
Frank has.
That sucks so bad, man. All right. I think it's your turn, Eric.
Alright, we've got Waylanders, which is a party-based time travel computer RPG set to release on PC in 2020. Spain-based Gato Studios has released a new fuck your cinematic trailers. Give me some gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
I know.
Everybody got mad at me.
I didn't get mad at you, man. I knew what you were talking about, but I agree. Cinematic trailers suck.
Say it as well.
Anyways, it's inspired by
man.
Celtic mythology that successfully ran a Kickstarter campaign at the end of 2018. Features real-time combat and tactical pause. So I guess you could stop the game and assess what you're doing before things get crazy.
Cool. Well, when do you get a DeLorean?
And you can play it in both an isometric top-down view and a third-person perspective.
Okay, I dig that. That's a nice little.
And
I mean, how do you travel through time? Does he have like if he doesn't have a DeLorean, why does he have like a magic belt or a watch?
spells probably.
One of those wristbands where if they rip it off, he immediately gets sent back into
Time stone, crystal, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. What? I need to know these things. I need to know
some of the names that.
I need to know the rules of their time travel.
Some of the names of the attached to this game are Emily Grace Buck, who did Telltale's Walking Dead, who's the narrative lead. Consultant Mike Laidlaw from Dragon Age Origins and Jade Empire.
Ooh.
And Chris Avalone from Fallout New Vegas and other games. And Enon Zur, who did who's doing the musical score.
Yeah, Slagar says time traveling jockstrap. There you go, Breakman. Make a movie about that, Break.
Oh man, that would get like it's smelly. I mean, you'd have to wash it all the time, I guess. But I'd be afraid of washing it because what if it stops traveling through time and you're stuck like in the past?
Ooh, what if they said, Breakman, like you could travel back in time, but you have to wear this jock strap and you cannot wash it ever. And other people have used it throughout time, like hundreds of people.
Oh. Can I at least take some Febreze with me or something?
Nope, no altering. You can't alter it. It has to stay the same. No matter.
How does that alternate? I just spray the Febreze around it. Or under my. I'll spray it under my nose.
Okay, that's that. There you go. All right, that works. Let's see who did that. Sorry, I think it's your turn, Break.
Okay. Since there's no DeLoreans, let's move on. Coming to us live from Gamatsu. I think it's been a while since we've read something from Gamatsu.
I know.
Shoot 'em Up Sisters Royale coming to PS4. I love that name.
Yeah, shoot 'em up.
No,
Sisters
look at the real
Royale.
name. What? There's a subtitle into.
Sisters Royale. I'm being harassed by 5 sisters, and it sucks.
that has to
Why
be.
I put this in the document.
That has to be the best name ever created for a video game, man. I love it.
Oh my god, this game is coming out on January 30th in Japan for 5,800 yen. Let's see.
That's $60. That's a lot for a schmuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be on. Let me see here. PC, Xbox One, eventually.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Switch.
Hold on. It says the physical edition will cost that, but it'll include a product for the ounce downloadable. Is that a Wii reference? Oh, Oz. Damn it.
It's a DLC for the game.
Yeah. Freakfire says he would wear underwear and put the jock strap over his underwear, but that's not how it works, Freakfire. You got to just wear the jock strap right next to your junk. As a half-black atheist, I wouldn't travel back in time, only forward.
I would like to see the future. That'd be different. Like, I want to get to the time where there's big giant robots, and if it's taken forever, I'm gonna have to go back in time and do some things to speed it up a bit. We need some robots.
Yeah, exactly.
Giants.
So what do you think of the name of this game, Breakman? Isn't that like one of the coolest ever?
Greatest named game ever?
I agree, man. This is fucking good. Which part is opposed?
I'm sure if it gets localized, it will excise the subtitle.
Slagar, it sends your junk to the future or to the past. That's what it does. The time traveling jock strap, just your junk. So your junk.
Oh, what the hell, man? That would suck. You just die immediately. Like your dick gets ripped off as soon as you want to go to.
No, think about it. Like you could send your junk to the future, and like it could be like all like cybernetic, and it comes back cybernetic, and then you have a cybernetic junk, like a perfectly.
Why would you want that?
I don't know, man. Like
it fixes all the problems your junk has.
Do you have like issues with your junk?
How dare you?
Trying to tell us, Frank?
How dare you?
You don't like the size, and you're saying you want it fixed.
How dare you? No, I'm very happy with my size.
You need Robo Junk.
Robo Junk. Robo Junk. There have been many stories throughout time about my junk, Slagar says. So yeah, you can relive those stories, Slagar. Okay, let's move on to the next story from Gamatsu. Type Moon Studio BB, established as new game studio led by Dragon Quest Builder series director. I think we had that story last week.
But now we know what he's doing.
Yeah, so BB, that's another studio to look forward to. So
I'm hoping Type Moon Studio BB actually localizes the other Type Moon games that still haven't been released yet.
Ooh, that would be cool. That'd be a nice thing for them to do to maybe gain some money, I guess. But there you go. So we know what he's doing. So that's what he's doing. We knew this was going to happen, though. Since we made the announcement last week, it's like, oh yeah, he's going to make his own company and do his own thing and be.
Well, it's more like he made a new branch of the old company. So
yeah. All right, Eric, what do we got?
Which, to be honest, is Type Moon basically started as a doujin game development studio which is just one guy. So this is just him, like probably pulling him and a few of his friends from the industry
Yeah.
together to make an actual studio.
But of course, Eric. All right, Eric, what do we got next?
But Llama Lana 1 and 2 are finally coming to us.
Sorry, hang on. Sorry.
But the interesting thing here is that I was wondering what was going on with Llama Lana 2's console release, but now I know why, because they're working on bringing the first game as well.
Yeah.
But NISA is actually doing the publishing for this game, and this marks the first probably Xbox anything that NISA's published. It's probably the last one too. So, at least for a long time. But so Break could play this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so it says early 2020, so no real date. But there's a hidden treasures of Llama Lana at PAX West, which was today, or it's going on now still maybe. But who knows how long that panel is. But maybe I'll watch the video later.
Eric, is this the one that's really difficult, like notoriously difficult, or no?
Yeah, the first game is pretty difficult because a lot of the puzzles are cryptic, and there's lots of traps, and a lot of the traps are really, really mean. But the second game fixes a lot of that and makes it more user-friendly for newer people.
Gotcha, yeah.
Because what will happen is that you'll be in an area, you'll find a clue for a puzzle in some other area, and you might not find the clue for the puzzles in the other area unless, of course, you just stumble upon the answer.
Yeah, or you use a walkthrough.
Or a guide.
Or I sit there with game facts like, hey.
Game packs.
It's not that hard of a game, but it is hard enough that people like you and Break might throw your controllers.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that? I'll have you know.
Suck, so.
I'll have you know that I have not used game packs for anything on Talos Principle yet, sir. And I passed the entire first section by myself. So take that, Eric.
It's harder in the beginning because you have so little health, but once you get more health and you finally start getting the upgrades to your weapons, it becomes a lot easier.
Well, that's good. Slagar says, Game Facts, is that still a thing? Yes, it is, Slagar. it got bought out by, I think, what was it? Like, one of the big ones, maybe IGN. IGN, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Break, I think, is up next.
Okay, God.
God damn it.
Coming to us live from Gambatsu, Dusk Diver launches October 25th in Europe, October 29th in North America.
It's got a sequel called Muff Diver. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Let's see here. About the game. The anime action game is based on Taipei's iconic Ximending district and takes the Musou genre to the next level. I have no idea what I just said.
Musou Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at here. Additionally, Japanese voice actress Kate Mizukiri of sound studio Kotori Voice Inc. will not only play one of the characters, but also perform the exclusive cooperation song Sensen Shujo.
Yeah. Dungeon Busters in chat. Welcome to chat. Yep, the forums are still active on Game Packs. Last thing Slagar used it for was Golden Sun 2. And Dungeon Buster says, I've never used Game Packs either. You fibber, Dungeon Buster. Although, I can't quite...
No, he's used other sites, just not Game Packs.
Oh, I got you. Well, I mean, Dungeon Buster's like an expert fucking gamer, man. You, Eric, and Dungeon are fucking beasts.
No, Dungeon Buster secretly writes all the FAQs.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Dungeon Buster, he doesn't go to their website.
He just writes
their website.
Yeah, he just writes them. Yeah. He writes the walkthroughs. He doesn't bother even going to the website. He just submits them. But yeah,
and he does it like vocally, so like while he's beating another game, he's giving the review of like all the Chiefs to that other game.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't.
And while he's doing that, he's like watching TV. So he's not even watching the game he's playing. And he's still looking at it.
Fucking, I believe Dungeon is one of those people that could do like blind like runs through like Punch Out and like do like speed runs and shit like that, because he's very talented gamer. I've seen him play a few times. The same thing with Eric, man. I was watching Eric play Sekiro, man, and man, fucking Eric's a beast, man. I just have to admit it. Eric's a fucking beast, and so is Dungeon. Dungeon says, after I finish a game, though, I like grading myself to see how well I did by using the guides. Oh, see, there you go.
So, I don't know, New Game Plus makes Sekiro easier, but, like, hard bosses are still hard, which is why I got my ass handed to me to get Nichiro again. Yeah. I still haven't beat him. I get through a second phase, and maybe it's New Game Plus and him having higher posture, because I can't seem to make the posture damage stick long enough for it to stay there, so I can actually get the death blow in.
That's interesting, Eric.
So I decided to like hold off and go and kill the fake corrupted monk, and maybe go since I have to anyways, I have to go kill Lady Butterfly and then get more attack power, and then I can attempt it again.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next story from Gamatsu. Yacht Club Games and Nitromi announced Shovel Knight Dig. So there you go. It's a new entry. Platforms are to be determined according to the official press kit, but the PlayStation blog post confirms a PlayStation 4 version and will be playable on Switch at PAX West currently. So there you go.
It's probably for everything then.
There's an overview. We all know what Shovel Knight is. It's pretty.
It's got a 16-bit art style now, though.
Yeah, didn't it have that before? Like
no, it's 8-bit art style.
Oh, I see. I got you. So it's like a natural progression. So they're kind of doing.
But this game feels like a weird combo between SteamWorld Dig and Dig Dug and Boulder Dash.
Yeah, which is fine. It looks good, Eric. I'm totally down.
I guess technically you could throw Mr. Drill in there too. So
oh, Dig Dug, man, fuck yeah. Dungeon says there's always more room for Shovel Knight. Slagar says never played Shovel Knight. Really, Slagar? That game would be right up your alley, dude. It's almost a perfect game, man. It's really good. It's simultaneously an homage to older 8-bit games, and it has.
And I like how the main antagonist is like basically a parody of Drill Man because he's Drill Knight.
Yeah. It's almost a perfect game. Still need to finish it, but it's fun before he pulled into another game. It's worth finishing. It's a fun game. A lot of humor, a lot of modern mechanics too for an 8-bit game, man. So that's really cool. Glad to hear that. All right, Breakman, what do we got? Or I'm sorry, Eric.
We've got from Remy lore for PC has been dated because apparently that launched on consoles first. But it says launch on Steam.
Well, that's good because I heard Remy was undateable, so I'm happy.
But comes out on Steam next week on the 4th. And apparently it got a decent reception, so PC players can finally enjoy it.
It looks okay.
I don't know. I didn't ask for code for this game because I didn't have time for it.
Yeah,
so.
You got a lot on your plate, Eric, for sure. So, all right.
And we're not going to talk about the key features. I'm sure we already did that when we talked about the game before.
Yeah, we did when we talked about it on the platforms. All right, Break, what do we got next?
Coming to us live from, I don't know.
Gamatsu, I think.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's just not loading. Yeah, coming to us live from Gamatsu. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection announced for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So awesome.
Yeah.
Happy to hear this. Following a leak yesterday. Well, I guess that was a few days ago, because I saw the story a few days ago. Capcom has officially announced Mega Man Zero XZ Legacy Collection. But I just said all this shit. Why am I reading this? Specifications. Release date January 21st, 2020. Publisher Capcom. Developer Capcom. What the fuck is this shit?
No, technically the developers in Niantic creates because they made all of Mega Man Zero and ZX games.
Okay. Game's gonna be $29.99 in English or America. It's $29.99 in euros and $24.99 in pounds.
In English, I love how you like you,
the English.
Yeah, in English, and it's
English, butchered English.
in butchered English and 30.
The one thing I hope they fix in this release is to restore the quote unquote blood spray when you kill certain enemies a certain way, and restore the voice acted intro of the third game.
Here's the key features,
and as well as the voice acting from ZX, because that was absent. They cut that out and didn't bother localizing it.
Join the Resistance as a titular fan favorite protagonist in the 4-0 games.
Said tits.
Defend the innocent from Mavericks and discover your destiny as either the male or female protagonist in ZX or XZ Advent. Why did I say XZ? ZX or ZX Advent? Oh, I said XZ. All new competitive rush mode. Z Chaser mode allows players to race complete challenges. For what? What are you about to say?
Nothing. No.
Oh, sorry. Challenges from both the Zero and ZX games. More details on this mode will be revealed at a later date. Newcomer friendly casual scenario mode and save assist system. New players can jump right into the futuristic universe of the Mega Man Zero and ZX series with a new casual scenario mode. Yeah, I'd probably be doing that for Zero because Zero's a fucking hard game. Bounce back from mistakes using the new optional save assist system to revive at the most recent map checkpoint without losing a life. Oh, yes. I'll be able to play Zero. Yes. I like Zero, but it was just painfully hard. Improve visuals and layout options. Experience the games as they were first released with a monitor filter option that features the original sprite art, or toggle the smooth filter on for a clean look.
I've never been a fan of the interpolation in these types of games, so I always go for the pixel perfect modes.
So what was that? Original sprite art, or toggle the smooth filter on for a clean look to the charming classic sprites. Freely choose from a variety of layout options for the ZX series, dual screen displays and controls at any time. In-game gallery and music player. That speaks for itself, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to explain that, I hope.
Yeah. No. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty exciting.
So this will be out next year, and I'm happy for it.
Yeah.
This is really a portable game, so I think the Switch is going to be the best system for this one.
Yeah. Dungeon says Mega Merge, and Freak5 says you said tits. He did. I pointed that out. Let's see. Welcome. I think I already said welcome, Commander Root, but Electrical Longboard's in there.
Why didn't they put the Game Boy games on here too? Like those were tiny ass games, They could have probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking they're gonna do Extreme 2 and Command Mission and whatever else they could throw on another collection of its own.
Yeah, money. That's what it's all about. Electrical Longboard's in there. Host Me Raffle is in there. Lurks, welcome back. Of course, Dungeon's in there. S1 Faka's back. Welcome back. And good friend Slagar and Winsock is in there, as well as Freak5. So, welcome on in,
just
everybody.
Lurks. Like they're just up front with it. Like, I'm just lurking.
Yep, just lurking.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because the collections have never been more than 6 games at a time. So
Yeah. All right, and last story comes from Gamatsu. If My Heart Had Wings for Switch launches September 5th in Japan. Supports English, Japanese, and Chinese language options. Animated visual novel, If My Heart Had Wings. I already said this. Jesus Christ. It'll sell for 2,500 yen.
It's being localized too, or rather, they're just putting it on the eShop store because it already has English options.
Yeah. And
so they probably just hit a switch to make it English by default.
Yeah. This is interesting. Total playtime 20 to 30 hours. 5 character-specific story branches to play through. Full voiceovers throughout the game for all characters. 20 to 30 hours for a visual novel is actually really hefty, isn't it, Eric?
I've seen bigger, but that's actually pretty meaty for
a
visual novel.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the average? Like 10, 15?
No, the average is about 25 to 50.
Really? Wow, I didn't know that they were that lengthy, but that's cool. That's really cool.
A lot of the ones you'll find on Steam that were made by Western developers are much shorter by comparison, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're also cheaper. Like, you can gauge the price of the game as, like, how long it is, usually.
Yeah.
So the more expensive the game, the longer it usually is.
Slagar says Mega Man made him appreciate Jack Daniels. Yeah. Holy cow, man. Mega Man's some tough ass fucking games for sure. All right, it's time to move on to some homie discounts.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
All right, Eric, we got a couple of.
If Freak 5 Chaos, did you not play the Wii reboot of Boy and His Blob? That was actually ported to the PS4 and the PC and Xbox One, but I don't think the Switch ever got a version.
Yeah, Buenos Blob definitely needs a reboot. That's an underrated game in my opinion.
So, are you saying it needs a reboot past the reboot?
Yeah, like an updated remastered maybe or something.
Well, did the reboot do well, or was it ignored?
Yeah, it's probably ignored.
Yeah, it probably didn't do terribly well, but it...
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Then they would have to actually reboot it again.
Yeah.
If they failed when they tried to reboot it, just like...
It was the way forward game.
Just like they've done with, say, Prince of Persia games. Like, there have been some that have been like the one that I really loved, I think it was the 2008 Prince of Persia.
I mean, I think it did okay
Huge
when it first... I think it did okay when it first launched, but its ports to the modern consoles didn't do so well.
Break, did you like that Prince of Persia game that, like, you never really died?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, I love that game, man. People hated that game.
That wasn't a big hit, so...
Yeah, I love that game.
So it was supposed to be like the next franchise, but they had to stop and reboot the series again.
Yeah, yeah.
And they did terribly because it was ugly looking and not fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
like
I think
that.
it sold better than the other one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It looked a lot more like the first reboot series.
See,
Yeah.
I love that game because it was basically the adventure game for old people.
Yeah.
you can't die at all, you know.
It was a great game because, like, you would jump off the cliff or something on accident. Instead of having to, like, rewind time or something, like, she would just, like, reach out her hand and grab you.
The Sands of Time was just boring.
It was a great game because of the story for me. I loved it. Like, you'd sit there and talk to her. There was just literally a talk button.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing about the games. The characters were getting to know each other.
Yes, it was one of the first games where you could really do that. Like was yes,
and you still don't see it that often.
No, you don't. Like you'll like, for instance, in Uncharted, like if you're just walking or something, your characters will talk to each other. But there's
I got the name of the game wrong. It wasn't Sands of Time. It was the Forgotten Sands. It was forgettable. So
yeah. Dungeon says
the Forgotten Sands.
Yeah, Dungeon says, "Wow, that was a divisive Prince of Persia." I really love that game, Dungeon. Slayer says, "You guys have a drink. You only drink while playing a game." I don't need a reason to drink or smoke.
Did anybody play that Prince of Persia remake with the engine from Sands of Time?
No, I did not.
It was like an XBLA PS3 thing.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Dunn says, I didn't mind it. The ending really left a lot of things open, but people were really put off by the changes. Speaking of changes, Dungeon, I'm glad you're in here. We did a story earlier about Yakuza 7. I'm wondering your particular thoughts on Yakuza 7 being an RPG. Because
it already was an RPG, but now it's like Dragon Quest.
Yeah, more like Dragon Quest.
Actually, it sounds more like it's Grandia than Dragon Quest.
More like Grandia. I would compare it more to that than Dragon Quest, but I'm excited for it, and I haven't, like I said, I have a couple of the Yakuza games. I still need to get the others before I even delve into that series, but it looks really fun. Slagar says I could only play Madden with a big old Foster's can. Yeah, man. Slagar's old school, like some of us, and hell yeah. Fuck it. I can't really play Madden, man. Like the last Madden game I think I played was like 03 or 02 or something. I can't remember, man, but whatever.
I think it was, I can't remember which one was the last one, like 2012 or something. The one I bought crashed my 360. Like I had to buy a new 360.
Yeah.
Seriously, like I put it in, played it once, and then I
Crashed.
tried to turn it on the next time and dead.
Oh no.
What the shit, man?
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm just I'm blaming them, but I'm just kidding because I know it wasn't Madden's fault. I went
Right.
through I ended up 6. I had 6 of them.
Yeah.
360 was like fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you build a easier to break system? Like
No.
what the hell, man?
No, it was a terrible system as far as that crashing went. Dungeon says it's a huge change. I hope it works out. I'll definitely give it a shot as a Yakuza series fan, though, especially when it looks like you'll also have a party. Can't wait to
it looks fun to me.
Yeah. Can't wait to dig up the holy baseball bat of Antioch with the Save versus Bad karaoke singing. Red Ring of Sad, Dungeon says, for the Xbox 360. Yeah, that definitely was a system that needed some engineering prowess. But anyways, homie discounts, I know on the PSN, we're looking at getting Arkham Knight, which I'm extremely excited for because I got the other two on PS4 and I don't have Arkham Knight. So when I saw it was a Batman game, I'm like, I just bought the fucking 2 fucking Batman games, but luckily it's Arkham Knight, not the other 2. And what was the other one, Eric? I think it was another good one. I think Darkstalkers 3, I think, on the PSN, so that's good. What do we have for Xbox, Eric?
Let me see. I think it was Darksiders 3.
Yeah, I said Darkstalkers. It's Darksiders. Yeah, Darksiders 3.
But for Xbox Games with Gold for September, we get Hitman: The Complete First Season, and that will be available now. And then from September 16th to October 15th, you'll be able to get We Were Here. And for the 360 games, you'll get from September 1st to the 15th, or Defense Force 2025. And you'll get Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on September 16th through the 30th.
Yeah. There's been some...
They're doing it better than Sony is. Just 4 games compared to the Sony's.
I know, man. Like, Sony needs to, like, with their next iteration of PlayStation Plus, they need to up their game because, like, I kind of feel like Xbox already has one up on them because they get 4 fucking games, like, every month. Like I don't know. Maybe you should offer a game that you offered of it, like, in the past again. Yeah.
And give people a chance to get it again.
I agree with that, but I think they should up their game to 4. From 2 to 4. Maybe 2 big titles and 2, like, minor titles. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 indie titles and 2 major titles. That's what I think they should do. Let's see. I'm reading chat here. It says, Dungeon says, Arkham Knight was fun. Slagar says, Arkham Knight, my top 5, maybe top 3. Freak 5 says, Darkstalkers was an awesome fight. I agree, Freak 5, that it was. Dungeon agrees. I don't normally play fighting games, but Darkstalkers was so out there with its roster that I had to play it. Plus, it didn't have, like vampires and shit. Like, Darkstalkers was fun from what I remember. But he still has his copy for the Saturn. So, but some good games on. I gotta hand it to Sony this month. They stepped it up because last month wasn't the greatest, but this month was pretty good. But they're gonna have to go up to 3 or 4 games next iteration, like with the PS5 comes out, for it to be worth it in comparison to Xbox, because Xbox kills it for that. Slagar, you're never too old, man. I mean, just play them. I suck at them, but they're still fun. He says too old for fighting games, but I don't know. Some games are still fun, like Mortal Kombat's always fun, and Darkstalkers for sure. I wish they would come out with the new Darkstalkers, but all right. So that's homing discounts.
Actually, there was another one. I've been trying to find it as you've been talking, but I can't freaking find it. But there's a discount going on right now if you sign up for Disney Plus before the end of the weekend. You get a discount. So I can't find the
like
exact price, but there's different tiers like you can sign up for the monthly, yearly, or like a 3-year package.
yeah.
And I can only find the price of the 3-year package, which is a great deal, but I can't find the other ones.
What was
which
the
I saw earlier? Damn it!
What's the 3-year package?
Oh, I just clicked off of it. Let me see if I can bring
Dungeon
it up.
said
Why are
it-
you taking so damn long?
Dungeon said it had a succubi, a cat girl, zombie ghost girl, and yes, also a mummy dude. Yeah, exactly. Slagar says he wants to like him. Freak 5 says Samurai Showdown. That's another great fighting game. I remember Samurai Showdown. Freak 5, that's fun.
They ain't playing the new one yet.
Yeah, where's Wyland?
Where's Leyland when you need him?
I know Wyland would know all about it, man, for sure. All right, Breakman, did you get anything on that?
Okay, yeah. If you sign up for the 3-year deal, it's at $70 annually. A 3-year Disney Plus subscription costs $210. With this discount offer, the cost drops to about $140 for 3 years.
Ooh, for 3 years?
Per year.
Wait a minute, for 3 fucking years, you can get Disney Plus for $140? Wow.
The math. Wait, so it's like what? Like for the package, it's like $13 a month. So you're saving at least $30 a year.
You're saving $47 a year.
Yeah. That's like. Do you get everything with that package?
Oh, I mean that's how much you pay a year is $47. So you're saving about $23.
Personally, I think I just pay for Disney Plus by itself, then turn it off and switch to Hulu if I wanted to do that.
Well, they were also offering like a monthly deal and a yearly deal, and I can't find those.
What so the 3-year deal? Like, does that give you everything that they have to offer on Disney Plus, or?
Yeah, it's Disney Plus membership. You have to sign up for a D23 membership on their website. I don't know.
I already have a
It's
D23
a Disney thing.
Yeah, it's the Disney. I think I signed up for that.
It's like a Disney. Is it the app that they use to do Disney Plus or something?
Yeah. Slagar says what's in the package. I think that includes everything, Slagar. So that's actually a good deal if you have the cash to throw down now.
This does not include Hulu or ESPN.
Oh, who cares about Hulu and ESPN? Like, seriously.
Yeah, just so you know, like they're offering a great deal to begin with, like that package, $13 a month for all 3 of those. But I've already got Hulu and like I don't know, like I like ESPN, but I also a lot of the shows I like are on Fox.
What I want to know is when did they buy ESPN?
A long time
They've
ago.
always owned it as long as I can remember.
Yeah. All right, Breakman, is there anything in
Disney owes a lot more stuff than people know.
Yeah. Anything in Dear Breakman this week, Break, or no?
No, there's I got a picture of a tattoo and another meme from Freak, but I didn't get any questions.
Oh, darn it. Okay, maybe next week. Send your Dear Breakman questions to @RPGrinders. Ask him anything.
I'm so lonely without them.
All right, let's move on to...
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Break. Dungeon says Break is right. Disney Media Empire is insanely huge. So what you been playing, Break?
I've mostly been playing Marvel. I was about to type Marvel, and I said it. I've mostly been playing Castlevania, Simon's Quest. I haven't really had much time to play this week, so I'm not that far. I've just got a few dungeons left. I'm trying to play it without a guide, to see how far how I can do it. Since it's been.
Just remember, you have to go to the graveyard and duck.
Yeah.
But the game makes you think that you have to go find a graveyard duck. This is the way that there's lack of punctuation.
That graveyard duck. I'm gonna go kick his ass.
That's like Darkwing Duck's cousin.
Graveyard duck.
Graveyard duck. Slayer says, I get Hulu free with my Sprint phone. Only thing I ever watched was Sailor Moon.
Dude, but you have Always Sunny in Philadelphia on there. I'm just saying. And you have South Park on Hulu. Come on, man.
Freak 5 says, this tattoo hurt a hell of a lot more than I remember my first two. Because Freak 5 got a tattoo of a butt on his butt. So, that's how that went.
They've
What you,
also got Marvel's Runaways, which why is that still on? But Daredevil and the other ones got canceled.
I know, Jesus Christ, weird. Maybe Disney Plus will bring them back in some form. Maybe.
I doubt it.
know.
Well, they're probably going to be brought into them to the MCU and stuff, but they'll be completely different. There'll be new characters, new actors.
Slagar says, "Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight." Yes, Slagar. All right, Eric, what you been playing?
I've been playing more Blended Detective Mysteria, not as much as I wanted to, because I was either working or tired because of the work, or I was getting wrapped up in Neo, which was another game I played this week. And over the weekend, I played Sekiro and streamed it for Frank to show him all the stuff that he missed before he caught me doing Fountainhead.
Yeah.
So I was on New Game Plus at that point, because I actually managed to beat Ishin Ashina on the Shura route.
Eric, you are a better gamer than I, because I'm looking at what you're accomplishing on Sekiro, and I can't even get past the first area in fucking Bloodborne, dude. Like, I don't remember having that much trouble with fucking Bloodborne when I first played it, but fuck, that game is so hard. Freak5 says probably a combination of time numbing the memory and the location where I got it. Yeah, getting a tattoo on your ass or junk is probably not the best place to get a tattoo, Freak5. So, just saying. Anything else?
I agree with that. Like of all the places you're gonna put a tattoo, or like on your nipples, or just some place that's really sensitive. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Yeah. Eric, what have you been playing? Anything else?
I almost played a game. I guess I could talk about it a little bit, but I didn't play it, so I won't.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But other than that, I've been playing Neo, which I picked up at GameStop for like $20 because it's the greatest hits version, which does not have the DLC. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this game, and if I want more Neo at that point, instead of getting the DLC, I'll just wait till Neo 2 comes out.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty fun game. It's basically Dark Souls, but you're playing as a Westerner who's fighting with a bunch of samurai gear and stuff. So you could call it Samurai Souls, but that'd be incorrect because you can choose to do a ninja build if you want.
That's interesting. I have Neo. I got Neo for like $15 with the DLC digitally, but it looks fun, man. I'm totally down to play that too.
And you could tell it was a game that was in development for 9 years because it looks like an early PS3 game.
Yeah. Freak5 says
but the advantage of that is that the game plays at 60 FPS on a base PS4, so that's nice.
Yeah. Freak5 says my 80-year-old grandma is a better gamer than Frank, and also younger. You are exiled.
The only thing I don't really care for in the game is the fact that it uses a Diablo-like loot system where there'll be like different tiers of weaponry, like the commons, the rares, and then the legendaries.
Yeah.
But and like I got all this gear, and then you kind of need to hold on to some of the better gear if you need to like resistances for certain elements or status effects.
Yeah.
But so it's unlike Dark Souls in that respect, because Dark Souls does just like you put this armor on, and this weapon, and you can build that weapon up, and then you can choose to add a stone to it to give it elemental attributes. But this game, it's like everything does whatever now.
Yeah.
And like they have different stats, and then you can do things like adding stats to it, kind of like Altair.
Yeah.
But and the other thing I didn't like is the fact that the game is not interconnected, which I think Neo 2 is actually going to fix, because like it's a mission-based structure where you just go to a level and you wander around through that level until you beat the mission.
Yeah. Dungeon says, wow, Break, you jumped into the deep end for Castlevania, no fear. I actually like Simon's Quest, runs away. Freak5 says he's been watching the movie Rad this week, that 80s Rad movie. I don't know why you would do that and subject yourself to that, Freak5. Dungeon says, in a way, Simon's Quest was like one of Symphony of the Night's ancient ancestors with its open world quest thing. So yeah, I kind of agree with that, Dungeon. All right, I've been playing MPQ, and I played a little bit of Talos Principle. It's a more lengthy game than what I thought. Like, I thought I was going to be able to review it this week, but yeah, it's a good first-person puzzle game for sure. So.
Is it better than The Witness?
I wouldn't say it's better than The Witness. It's different. It's easier than The Witness. The Witness is more obtuse. You can actually figure out the puzzles in Talos Principle a lot easier. At least I have been. Although I almost platinumed Witness. I think that the only thing that was keeping me back from a platinum was the very end, because it changes all the time, and it's kind of hard to remember all the principles of the puzzles when it changes like that. But
hey, Brakeman, when you say modern day open world classroom, are you just talking about like one developed now, or are you talking about like Legend of Lord of Shadows 2 modern day? Because like fuck
No.
Lord of Shadows.
No, not like that.
Yeah.
No, damn it.
Freak 5
Why would you
says
taint my thought? Like, I had this great mental image, and Roland...
Freak 5 says Frank is an expert reader. Dungeon says, I've also been playing Control and a bit more of Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2, man. I need to get that game because it includes Bayonetta 1 on the Switch, which is awesome. Slager says...
I don't need Frank. I don't need glasses, Frank. Never mind. I just... I don't need glasses, Frank, so I can read what Freak said, and he said... Frank needs to learn to read.
That's not what I read, man. That's coming out different.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You need glasses, Frank.
I have glasses, and I'm currently wearing them, thank you.
Maybe your prescription's old.
How dare you? Slager says, Invader Zim. Dungeon says, sign me up for that Castlevania. Like with the day and night cycle, according to what Break says. Slager says, it's fine, but even me, a fan, needs a refresher.
I never watched Invader Sim, so I'm probably just gonna have to like find them somewhere and then watch all that before I watch the new one.
Yeah.
Wait, they don't have the old ones on Netflix?
Yeah.
No, you gotta watch them on Hulu.
That's dumb. Like, they have the... that's dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Slager says, but Rocco, dude, that was a straight-on continuation. Let's see. I think I got everybody there. Let's move on to...
RPGrinders reviews.
Alright, Eric, you actually have a review of Brightburn. I think I did a review of this a while back, but what are your thoughts?
I don't have much to add than what you said about it, but it's basically like a weird combination of both the Superman origin story as well as what Goku from Dragon Ball Z was originally intended to be sent to Earth for, which was to conquer it.
Yeah.
But like, what if Goku's brainwashing like stuck because it was so strong? That's basically what the premise of the movie is, and then we get to see the aftermath of that.
Yeah, I hope they do a sequel.
So it's basically like what happens if when Vegeta was sent to a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you giving Brightburn, Eric?
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I think that's what I gave it at the time, Eric. It was an excellent movie. It's just, if you can imagine evil Superman, that's pretty much Brightburn in a nutshell. It's an excellent movie, man. It's just, I hope they do a sequel and expand on it. The only problem I had with Brightburn is there's no real weakness to Brightburn.
It's not that there isn't. It's just we have no idea what it might be.
Yeah. See, they need to delve into that in the next installment if there ever is one.
Maybe make a crossover with Superman. Superman can take out Brightburn.
Yeah. Dungeon Buster says Control is pretty awesome. It's like a weird episode of Twilight Zone and the X-Files, only Scully can throw desks and concrete walls at bad guys now with her mind. Dungeon says he needs to watch Brightburn. It's a good movie, Dungeon. I highly recommend it. I like it. Anybody got a heistcapade this week? break, Eric? No. Okay.
The thing is though, it's not quite like what would happen if Vegeta was sent to a planet. I think it's more like they like strip you of your free will and they basically program you like a robot. So it's not like they have the chance to grow.
Yeah.
So like a lesser Saiyan then.
Yeah.
No, no. It's more like they treat people like machines and they do a specific task.
Well, you said it was like Goku when. Never mind. Never mind.
Well, I was trying to make a good analogy, but like it's basically what would happen if that happened. But you didn't let me finish. So
Yeah. All right. Let's move on, guys. To
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
all right, break. What you got?
I was talking earlier about something you should do this weekend, which is sign up for Disney Plus if you want to get a discount on it. Another thing you should do is do all your like clothes shopping, television shopping. There are a few other things you should start doing because the trade war amps up as of Sunday.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So we're going to start seeing because there's only so much stores can absorb, companies can absorb, and they've absorbed a bit at this point. But it's starting to get ratcheted up this weekend. It's going to go up. There's another 25% tariff that China's going to impose on goods like electronics. So companies like Best Buy are going to be in some deep shit.
Yeah. This trade war is no fun for nobody.
And small companies like mom and pop shops, they're going to start really hurting. They're going to have to start raising prices. And like I said, a lot of the big retailers have managed to avoid raising a lot of prices. They're not going to be able to much longer.
Yeah.
It's just getting worse.
It's crazy, man. I don't understand. Like, I think it's just a bravado thing. Like,
Well, the problem is with Trump, he doesn't want to look weak. He doesn't want to look like he loses or anything like that. And he's got himself into this trade war, and he keeps escalating it. And he keeps thinking he can make a deal, but China's been, no go on that. Because I think China can, like I said, they can absorb it a bit more than he ever expected.
yeah.
And but the problem is, this is now, we're going into September.
Yeah,
which means we're almost to 2020, and what's 2020? 2020 is an election year. So Donald Trump's got some shit he's got to figure out real quick, basically, because he does not want the trade war damaging his chance for re-election, and really that's all he cares about.
I'm really expecting him to relent here real soon because of that fact.
I can see him making some bad deal, just making something really terrible, and then selling it as awesome.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. 2020 is coming up, man. We gotta vote. Gotta vote that shithead out. I'm not gonna vote for a stupid centrist like Joe Biden, but Bernie's there. I'm
just
all
gets
for it.
worse every week.
Yeah. Biden.
Now he's making up war stories? Like, what the fuck? Can't this guy control himself? Well, wait a minute. Why am I asking that? Donald Trump obviously can't control himself. I mean,
I will enthusiastically vote for Bernie, and I will hold my nose and vote for Warren, but I won't vote for anybody else because
Biden's an idiot. If Biden gets into he gets the nomination, I just see this playing out like what happened with.
Absolutely, it'll be Hillary 2.0, but worse, man.
He'll campaign more than she did. Her biggest problem is she didn't campaign because in a lot of places where she thought she had him in the bag.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Breakman. Yeah. The more he talks,
Biden's gonna campaign more than she did, but the more he talks, which is what you're about to say.
Yep.
The stupider he comes off.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. And that's why his campaign aides are keeping him off TV because he's a fucking idiot, man. There's no other way to put it. Like, not even Obama endorses him. So, it's like really weird. But I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it. I think Bernie's gonna win the nomination, and and we'll go from there. But Bernie will trounce Trump, man. It won't even be fucking close. But
I just hope the DNC see, like, they really pay attention to, like, who can beat Trump this time instead of anointing somebody like they've done in the past.
they're not going to have a choice, Breakman. I think when it's all said and done, Bernie's going to have 51% of the vote. We're not going to have to worry about it. Like, I honestly believe it. I don't think Warren can sustain for the entire period. I think she's going to concede at some point, and then most of those supporters will go to Bernie. Like, nobody wants to support Biden. Like, if you combine, latest Monmouth poll had Bernie and Warren at 20% and Biden at 19%, which was a huge drop for Biden. It's not even going to be close, man. Freak Five says his only stinko is how much his tattoo hurt. But on a PS4 non-pro version, okay, that was okay. One area felt like the needle was hitting bone. Where'd you get your tattoo, Freak Five? Ugh, I don't even know if I want to ask that question. Freak Five says, "Have you seen?"
What bone is he talking about? Pelvic bone?
Freak Five says, "Have you seen the I Kissed a Girl parody with Biden? I sniffed a girl." That's about right, Freak Five. That's about right. Eric, I didn't see a stinko on your list here. Did you have a stinko?
My impersonation of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
Okay. I have a stinko that kind of ties into my Sweeto. I got a new car. I got a Toyota Prius. I wanted a Leaf, but the Leafs are a little more, expensive. So I ended up compromising getting a cheaper Prius, and I actually got a really good deal on a Prius. But as soon as I got it, it's a 2008, but it looked almost brand new. And somebody proceeded to, while it was parked, hit it and not leave a note, not stop, nothing. So there's a big dent in my Prius that I had to call the insurance for already. So there you go. Those are my Sweeto and Stinko all in one. But let's move on.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it sucked, man. It's a really sweet car. Like, it's doesn't use a lot of gas, which is cool. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to our Sweetos.
What does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweeto of the week!
Sweetos of the week. Breakman, what is your Sweeto?
I know it's probably been, I think, a few weeks now since it returned, but today was the first time I had a chance to stop by and get them, and Wendy's has brought back the spicy chicken nuggets.
Yeah, for a limited time. So for
if it's a limited time, I'm going to murder some people.
They are limited.
I need to get my ass to a Wendy's.
They got them and they need to keep them. Like, when you've screwed up getting rid of them the first time, you don't have much on your menu that's edible. Well, why are you getting rid of the things that are?
Their salads are really good, man. They have an apple pecan salad that's really fucking good. But I agree with you, man. Keep the spicy nuggets for sure.
And the baked potato, which you could, just make yourself.
Yeah, that's true too. I went to what was it, Popeyes today, and I got one of those chicken sandwich, and I gotta say,
and they had it in stock. Like, yeah. That's been the big, like, people are suing them for not having it in stock.
Yeah,
like, this country's full of ridiculous people.
I gotta tell you, I'm not super impressed with it. It's meaty, like, it's a big sandwich. It's not like your typical, like, McDonald's, hot and spicy chicken sandwich, which is really small. But to be honest, it's just kind of bland. Like Chick-fil-A's got kind of a sweetness to its chicken. Popeye's chicken, I mean, it's very good. I mean, it's like average, but it's it's nothing to really compare. I mean, I wouldn't compare it to...
all we need is this chicken, do a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can have a full-on spicy chicken sandwich war.
Yeah, exactly.
Never heard Churches.
Yeah, Churches is good, man. I like Churches.
Has anybody ever eaten from Boston Market?
Yes, they're good, man. They have good rotisserie chicken for sure.
They have good food in general. Oh,
yeah. They're good, like, man.
I only know of one, and that's like in Mentor.
It's a little more expensive than your average fast food, but you get like more of like a home cooked type meal. It's good. I like Boston. Used to be Boston Chicken back in the day, but it's Boston Market now. It's good, so I like it.
Does anybody remember Mr. Chicken?
No. I do not.
Yeah, that must be like a northeastern Ohio thing then.
Yeah.
Because well, I think it's kind of dead, but like the one that used to be in Ashtabula is now Mr. Heroes.
Yeah. Freak 5 has a bunch of sweetos. He says his tattoo, he's been off all week. It's payday. His LDL is down, which I believe is like, I don't know, cholesterol or something. I don't know. Me and Mrs. Freak are going to see Rocky Horror Picture Show tonight. That's awesome. People I hung out with for years at the theater that showed it in Des Moines are having a get-together tonight. That's really, really cool, man. It's been a little while. It's been about a year since I seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a great movie, man. Great movie. Great time.
So LDL doesn't mean lesbian dick lover?
What?
I thought that she said she was down. I'm confused.
Yeah, his LDL is down. His limp.
Yeah, like his lesbian dick lover is down.
Or
think she's down to do it.
Limp
right?
dick level. His limp dick level is down. So maybe that is a positive. So yeah, bad cholesterol. Freak 5 says. Yeah, I knew it had something to do with that. That's good, Freak 5. I mean, as old as you're getting and
Sure,
stuff, you know.
it is. Okay, my bad. I misunderstood then.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought it was limp dick level too, but you know, so whatever.
What about your LSD level?
Yeah, his LSD level exactly.
Is it up or down this week? We need to know.
Eric, I think you have the best sweeto of the week. I think, man. What's your sweeto?
So I voiced my complaints about the things that are going wrong at work, and steps are being taken to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And my job is going to be a lot easier from now on. Woohoo! And I got a raise.
Yes, that's awesome, man. So you're going to be sending a PlayStation 5 my way. Is that type of raise or
No, me first. Oh,
it's only $1 raise. So I'm like close to $14 now.
Oh, well, that's good, man. I mean, any raises are good. So that's really cool, man. So the big thing is getting workplace fixed for sure, man. That's
because like people were like, there's not enough carts to do the job I need, because like I basically unload all their scrap cardboard into a machine that then gets baled up, and then they sell that for money, so they can keep just make extra profit off of it and get rid of the garbage at the same time. Yeah. But the problem was that there weren't enough carts for that purpose, and they either put way too much in those stupid things, and it takes longer to do my job, and then I get behind, and then I'm stressed out because I've got to rush to do everything.
Yeah.
And then it has adversely affected my health because of that.
Yeah.
And they're also taking carts when they were empty, when I could have used them to be ferrying them all over the place.
Yeah. I'm glad they're fixing stuff for you, Eric. I know you were going through some tough times at work, so that's really cool. Freak 5 says he met Mrs. Freak at
my job will get even easier later, though, once they make the expansion and get the replacement for the machine I've been using that'll actually do the job it was meant to do.
Yeah. Freak 5 says, me and Mrs. Freak met at a showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah, that's really cool, man. Who'd you go as, Frankenfurter or Riff Raft, Freak 5? So that's cool, Eric. I'm happy for you, dude. That's really, really cool, man. So, and I mentioned my sweeto was a new car, so finally can drive around and not have to take the bus every fucking where or walk.
Any update on the house?
Gonna have to put the house on hiatus because land here is getting way too expensive. But on the plus side, Bernie just got a managerial job, and I'll be getting a job next month sometime.
So Frank, what you need to do is you need to go mining and then find some gold or something.
Well, I thought about that. There's
Prospector Frank.
Yeah, prospect. There's actually mining claims that you can buy here in Colorado. Although I don't think any of them actually have anything worthwhile. But
yeah, I can't see any. You've got to probably go really deep to find anything in this country. This country's been mined to death. You have to go to someplace that's never been touched, like someplace in Africa or something. I don't know. You'd have to leave the country.
So watch Frank go to somewhere in the Mediterranean, then he finds Atlantis in a dig.
That would be awesome, man. I could be like, yeah, I was here back in the day when this was built. You know, I kind of knew where it was.
No, you know what would actually happen is Frank would go, and we'd get a message 2 days later. Frank was eaten by a tiger. I'm like,
How dare you? How dare you? I would kill a
what was he
tiger
doing
with
a
my.
tiger. What the fuck?
Frank got sucked into Jumanji and lost.
I would kill a tiger with my bare hands, Breakman. Come on.
Oh, right.
Oh, if you watch Dr. Stone, a guy did kill a tiger with his bare hands. He punched him and then he's dead. So he's basically one punch man, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I probably wouldn't go that way with me versus a tiger, Eric. But yeah. So there's interesting times.
It was a lion and not a tiger, but still a big cat.
Yeah, Dungeon says Frank would punch a tiger like in Yakuza. Exactly, Dungeon. There's gonna be. I'd like the plan is we definitely are gonna get a house, Eric. But land is pretty expensive here, but it's within reach. We just have to save for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and we'll be in really good shape. The problem is like land's not the problem. The problem is like getting sewer and water to your property. That's what costs a shit ton. So our budget doesn't really allow for that right now. But in about a year, and then I'm also thinking that like there's going to be a housing bubble here real soon, and you know the prices on land and houses and all kinds of shit's going to go down. So that might be. I hate to look at it, but you know it would be beneficial to us if that happened. But I don't wish that on anybody because I went through the housing crisis before, and it affected me personally. And I lost one of my houses for it, so you know I don't wish it on anybody, but it's almost inevitable. But I figure this time around I might take advantage of it. But let's see. Freak 5 says Frank would poison the tiger. Old meat. How dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled. And Slagar says sewer, a shit ton. I'm assuming you're meaning money. Yeah, it's you know I found land for like less than $10,000. You know how much it costs to get sewer and water to like taps? It costs like over 20 grand. So like to get
that sounds like a racket to me.
It is. It's such a fucking racket. Like
the one thing people need to live, we're gonna of course commodify it and charge you up the ass for it because this is capitalist. This is America.
It's fucking crazy, man. Like you would think that would be included in your taxes. Like you know, if you buy land, like the city provides the fucking water and sewer to it.
No, because everything's privatized and government can't run anything, and which might be a good thing because government's proven it doesn't do its job.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it is in.
But the alternative isn't better because now we've got. You know, companies like ripping people off.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in Colorado, but in Ohio, the infrastructure here is fucking old.
Well, there's a lot of new.
It's in heavy need of an update. But there are always like reasons for not updating them. Those reasons are money.
Yeah, always
cheap
money.
Fuckers.
See,
they'd rather spend their money on yachts. And
this is why I would like somebody like Bernie to be the president, Breakman. Like, he has like a real deep vision for infrastructure. You know what I mean? Like fixing old pipes.
About yachts. It usually goes to like guns in the military.
Yeah, exactly.
And big pharma.
Yeah, big pharma and the military industrial complex. Like it's the same old song and dance all the fucking time. It's the reason why Congress always approves like huge budgets for the military, but can't fucking put a budget for infrastructure. You know, it's so fucking dumb. You know, it's like
Flint needs water. What's that place?
Yeah, Flint?
We're gonna sign another contract with Lockheed Martin because they're gonna give us a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't really talk about it, but it isn't just Flint. It's a nationwide crisis.
Yeah, it is like
bad nationwide.
I think we're really lucky here in Denver because like the infrastructure as far as like water and stuff is like really good. Like there's no problems with water except for maybe some fringe places like Commerce City and you know a couple fringe little smaller places, but I agree. Like infrastructure should be key to like everything. Like that's where the jobs would be.
Well, you and me live in a city. I think for us it's different because we are in like a larger business type area
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
There's a lot of money going on in our area, so I think we do get like the better water. But for smaller communities,
Yeah.
like if I was Eric, I wouldn't drink the water around him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending, like.
I mean, it's probably well water anyway.
Yeah. Well water's not
I mean,
bad.
You have to shower. What? You have to shower in well water? That's gross.
Actually, well water's not terrible, man.
Eric's
Like,
been no, it is. It's terrible. It's the worst. And Eric's been silent this whole time I'm talking.
Eric's like, fuck you guys. I'm going.
I live in one of those places.
Yeah, yeah. Do you use well water?
Well, I'm not so far removed that it's actual well water though, but it's definitely a step up from well water, but it's not like city water.
Yeah. I tell you what, having well water is better than no water.
So you have like maybe a septic system?
I don't know. I mean, I live in a complex, so I don't know where the actual water stuff is.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, the well water stinks, dude. Like I don't feel clean after I wash myself in well water because it like smells like you're washing yourself in rotten eggs.
If you dig far enough, like if you dig down far, that's another thing. Like well water costs a lot. Like you can't. Like I've looked into it. Like it's not. It's not the least expensive thing in the world. It's like $20,000 to build a fucking well. And I agree, it's not like the greatest. But if you have like a filtration system, attached, then you're okay. Like it's not an issue.
That's true. You can get a lot of that stuff. Just all the places I've stayed. Well water haven't had.
Yeah.
One of my old friends' houses, they had a filter for their tap.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to.
It's a free-for-all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free-for-all. Wow. Suck it.
All right, earlier we were talking about Judgment and how it's moving to like an RPG system. So got me thinking about.
I mean, Yakuza.
I mean Yakuza. That's right. Yeah, I said Judgment. I meant Yakuza.
You're a Yakuza.
Yeah, you're a Yakuza, you son of a bitch. So, anyways, I was thinking of like RPGs, like the evolution of RPGs. So I'm asking you guys, what like quote unquote newer innovation in RPGs do you like the most? And I'll give you an example. There used to be like random encounters, like tons of random encounters, and now in most RPGs that are worth their salt, you can kind of see the enemies on screen. So that's kind of a newer type innovation in RPGs. I'm asking, what do you guys value the most?
Yeah, it's that we're done.
So you agree with that? Then that's your best newer innovation.
I like. I play Final Fantasy Record Keeper on the phone a lot, and I like it. It's a game that's constantly being updated. And that's one of the things I love about modern games is that they're always being updated for the most part, unless the developers moved on to a new game.
Yeah.
But games like Halo 5's what, 3 years old now? They're still updating it weekly.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Eric?
I have to say stuff like having autosaves in your game in addition to manual saves, not having it replace manual saves.
Yes, that's a great
because Dragon Quest XI does this, and it makes it easier to farm for certain things if things go south, like before a boss fight. You don't have to worry about not saving before you get to a boss in a dungeon because the game saves every time you go into a new room.
Yes, that's a good addition. You know what I like?
But you have to turn it on, but why wouldn't you keep it on?
Right. One of my favorite things in RPGs is like how you upgrade your characters, right? The best example I can bring of this that's one of my favorite things is like a branching system, like a la Final Fantasy X. I thought when Final Fantasy X they got that the sphere grid system, to me that was the best newer innovation of any RPG. I love that system, man, because you can bleed over into other people's territories and pick up some of their abilities, the higher rank you get and stuff. And I think that game kind of set the tone for a lot of like the branching. I know people did it before, but not as refined as that particular sphere grid system was. So to me, like that type of system, is really really key to like modern RPG gaming, and I hope that games continue to like refine that. Like I just think Final Fantasy X did it so good. I'm trying to read chat here. Dungeon says, I like the redundancy in autosaves too, so you can step back number of autosaves. I think we just said that. While getting my tattoo, one of the tattoo artists was talking about seeing a video of someone tattooing the inside of someone's mouth, Freak5 says. Lady doing, yeah, exactly. The lady doing mine said he could, wait a minute. The lady doing mine said she could tattoo the roof of her mouth because he said he wanted to do that. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck that, man. Like I just do the normal tattoos on arms, and that's about it.
Like there are things I'm like, I get it. You want to do it, and like it's your body, do what you want. But there are like things I just don't understand, like that, and like the people that like split their tongues.
Yeah, well, I understand it. I would never do it, Breakman. Like
I don't like it's a body mutilation, and I'm just like. Or the people that split their penises, like.
Yeah, that one's kind of weird. Like,
like it's you do you. That's okay, but I do not understand it.
I get it. Like, I have lots of friends with like body modification type shit like that. Like the inside the mouth thing, I kind of understand. It's more of like a prison slash. Like a thug thing, I guess. And like,
I don't know. Like it seems more like look at this. How many people have this? Like, I'm being unique type thing.
What's like face?
Like, I think a lot of that is like that we've been around for a long, long time, and a lot of stuff has been done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like, what can I do to be unique?
I mean,
a lot of people want to be different. I get that.
If you look at history, Breakdown,
at the same time, like, really, there's other ways.
Yeah, well,
there's got to be other ways other than splitting your penis.
I kind of get it, Breakman, because it kind of brings us back to our tribal roots. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at some of the older tribes that are still around today, like, body modification is just like a way of life. Like, it's not. It wasn't looked down upon, it's like I said, just a way of life. Like it's just a thing, and people are kind of not regressing, because I don't think it's a regression, but it's kind of a progression, like an evolution of the way that we look at people. Like Breakman, like back in the day, like if you had a tattoo that was visible, like that was like taboo. Like you couldn't get hired. You know what I mean? And now it's like if you have a tattoo, it's like normal. It's normalized. Like it's not a big. Big
so
issue.
now they're getting tattoos enough, because humans always want to push forward. They're always going to people who are going to strive to be different, strive to be above. That they're going to be not just different, but
people used to be
forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People used to be real afraid of people with facial tattoos, and now to me, when I see a person with a face tattoo, it doesn't strike me as odd. Like it's almost normal to me. Like it is what it is. Like I saw a woman at I went to the dollar store today, and there was a woman that had like tons of tattoos like right on her face, and it wasn't like she was the most unattractive woman in the world. And I was like, to me, it wasn't like a huge thing, it was just like, okay, this is just another person in society that's
You know what my biggest problem with like tattoos and stuff is? Like it's like when I see people with tattoos, I kind of want to look and see what they are, but at the same time, I don't want to like stare at somebody.
Yeah.
Like kind of walking by, like, oh, that's kind of, let's set it up. What are you staring at, asshole?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I think at first it was to garner attention. Like, ooh, look at me, I got a tattoo on my face. And then now it's just like, I don't even look twice at it anymore. I used to, Let's see. I'm reading chat. I think Freak5 says, I think games need to get rid of having set locations to save.
Yeah, we were talking about RPGs.
East has done this from the beginning.
Okay.
It's just that I don't understand why so many other games don't emulate the structure. You can just save whenever you want.
Yeah,
How do we go from RPGs to where we are now? Like, what
I
happened?
have no idea, man. Freak5 says he had the dentist drill go into the roof of his mouth once. Didn't hurt at the
Ow.
time, but when the Novocaine wore off, it hurt like hell. I will pass on a mouth tattoo. Yeah, it's not something I would necessarily do, and especially like ones like you know how like some people pull their lip forward and they got a tattoo like on their lip. Like the lip is one of the most sensitive places on the human body, man. Like I can't imagine. I don't have any tattoos, but I can't imagine getting one like on my lip like that.
I guess it's a one-time thing. Maybe that's the thinking of it. Like you get it done once and the pain's over with there. But it just seems like, wouldn't something in your mouth like interfere with eating, maybe, or other things? Like I'd be worried about that. Maybe like because you've got shit burned in your mouth, maybe it changes your mouth in a way that maybe you start biting your gums or something.
Infection, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Jesus Christ! I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
I dated somebody that had a tongue ring, and that like they would always chomp on it, like chip teeth and stuff.
Ooh,
you know. So,
ouch.
Yeah. So that's that. You know,
That tongue ring thing is kind of overrated, though.
I've never been. I don't like the idea of just piercing anything.
that's what you think, Breakman. You haven't been on.
Yes, I have, and it's overrated.
It's not overrated, man. you haven't had it done right, man. Like.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not saying I didn't get it done right. I'm just saying like
Isn't Final Fantasy VIII remastered out next week too?
Yes, I believe
think
it
it's
is.
6 weeks. I'm just saying, like, comparatively speaking, like it's okay. It's just nothing like special to it.
It's pretty special, Breakman. It's
Whatever.
yeah.
There's so much shit coming out like this month, and there's like so much shit next week alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save my money for Final Fantasy VII remake, man. Like that's it's gonna be like what 2-3 parts.
Wait until like a deal that's selling it for 40 shows up, and then buy it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're gonna be waiting about 2 years for the next volume anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Break. Before we do our plugs, man, send me a link to that Disney Plus thing because I'm interested, man. I kind of want to get that 3-year deal.
Oh, now I gotta look for it again. I shut it down.
How dare you? How dare you?
Well, I think it's just DisneyPlus.com. You go there and start.
Okay, I'll just look it up myself then, you son of a bitch.
Disney Plus discount. Oh, website crashed 3 days ago. Never mind.
Oh, you son of a
You're good.
bitch.
Let's see here. CNET.com. CNET. That's not what I'm looking for.
I'll find it.
D23.com. Disney Plus exclusive offer. Here we go, Frank.
Yeah.
I'll get you that.
Okay.
I got it for you. I got you covered, Frank.
Okay, man. Appreciate that, man.
Just
All right.
everybody on the planet exactly what I was doing. They're all like,
You son of a bitch. He's gonna send me a link to a virus. Watch, I guarantee it, man. He's gonna give my computer a fucking virus.
Our listeners just like, we didn't need a play-by-play. You fucking jack.
Also, I'm being solicited by bots on PSN. I guess that's a stinko for this week. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Because, like, I got a special surprise. Click my profile, follow me. I'm going to do nude photos or whatever. It's like, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've got those on Xbox Live. Like, it's like one of the names is like girl1248 something.
Yeah.
You know, like a bunch of numbers and stuff like that. Like, hey, how are you doing? Like, oh, fuck me. And I was doing fine until you messaged me. God damn it.
Yep. Yeah, I never fall for that shit, man.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
exactly.
All right. Oh, by the
That's
way,
like the first time that's actually happened to me. Though.
I should have mentioned somebody hacked my fucking GameStop Power Rewards thing, and it's not like I had a ton of points in there, but they redeemed them and used them. So fuck them. Fuck that person. Fuckers. God, it's not. I don't shop at GameStop, but after years of saving those fucking points and then they get taken, man. So much bullshit, but whatever.
That sucks, but I mean, why?
Also,
what? I mean,
okay,
that's just a
what?
weird thing to hack.
I do have another stinko. I'll put it in the list later, but GameStop laying off its workers, so basically Game Informer's no more anymore. But I didn't care for that magazine, but its people lost their jobs because GameStop refuses to change their business model till the very end.
Wait a minute, Game Informer's done?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! No reason to renew my GameStop.
I gotta tell you, like, it seems like that's something that should have happened a long time ago, honestly.
I like getting
Yeah,
Game
but
Informer.
like it's also something that shouldn't have happened at all. So
Yeah, Game Informer was actually a
I just
decent.
mean like a magazine in general, like
Like,
all the
look,
other game magazines are long
instead of
gone.
like trying to salvage our business by changing our business model, we're just gonna fire people.
Yeah. Game Informer was actually pretty decent, man. I liked it, man. That sucks, man. Like, we're no longer going to get Game Informer mags?
Oh,
Have you gone to a magazine rack lately? Like it's
No.
all like home decorating
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bodybuilding and cars and guns.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, let's do our
Like, I
plugs.
can't believe how fucking many gun magazines there are. Like, Jesus Christ.
People are fucking
Gun
gun
lovers
crazy
don't
here,
like
man.
the internet, huh?
Nope,
Okay.
apparently not. All right, break plugs, please.
You can follow me at break_man on Twitter, and also at RPGrinders on Twitter, and also you can follow us on Cowbell.
Goddamn right, man. We need to do. You need to do a Twitter account just for RP Grinders Cowbell, man. That'd be awesome. All right, Eric, what you got?
You could find reviews I've written on sites like totallyGN.com. In fact, there's 2 reviews up there now. That's because that's all I could manage this week. But maybe since I got a 3D weekend, I'll have time to actually do a few more. But I got Sega Age's Space Harrier up for the Switch, and Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle for the Xbox One. But it's on other consoles, and that's the review it's based on. But and if you like what I've wrote and you want to support me to see more, you can go to my Patreon, just in my Twitter profile, or you can just go to patreon.com and type my name in, and it says I'm creating videos, writing reviews.
Eric Kelly. Yeah, look up Eric Kelly on Patreon, and you'll find it, his work. Anything else, Eric?
My Twitter account is, of course, Eric RPG, and that's really it.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow the show at RP Grinders, as Breakman suggested. Send him a Dear Breakman question. It could be, he really likes the sex questions. Like, if you're a woman especially, like if you have a really hard sex question for him, he will definitely answer you. What else? You can follow me on all the consoles, RP Grinders on Xbox Live, PlayStation, which is where I am mostly, and also the Switch, Nintendo service. So if you want to add me as a friend, I don't have very many friends on almost any of the platforms, so you can add RP Grinders on there. What else? Everybody in chat: Commander Root, Electrical Longboard, Freddy Bot was in there, Lurks, Dungeon Buster, Windsock. I know Freak 5 was in there.
Dungeon Buster said that Game Informer is still around, but for how much longer? Probably not much longer.
Yeah.
It's like once you start laying off people, they're going to not be able to do their job as effectively, and they're going to have to shut down.
Yeah.
So
let's see. I know Freak 5 was in there, Slagar was in there. Everybody on the archive, I hardly ever thank the archive listeners. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate you listening. If you want to join the show live, we're live every Friday, 7 Eastern Time. We'd love to see you in chat, especially on Twitch, twitch.tv/RPGrinders. But we do have YouTube live as well, so youtube.com/RPGrinders. Dungeon said last time he was in GameStop was to track down New Tetris when they had a special on it. I hardly ever go into that place. I just, like I said,
I only go there as like a mere curiosity because I'm in the area. It's like maybe I'll pick something up that I couldn't find at something like Walmart.
Yeah, I like digital copies better than almost anything. The only reason I go into GameStop is to like buy PlayStation cards so I can save up points and whatever. But now that's not a possibility. But anyways, that's all we got for you guys this week.
You could always go to Rite Aid to pick up PSN cards.
Yeah, but I don't get points to add up to get free stuff. But
Yeah.
thanks everybody for joining. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we're out. Couldn't help yourself, could you?
I thought we were going to go like this whole thing without anybody interrupting, and I was like, well, I can't have that happen. Interrupting is what we do.
Yeah, that's what
I do, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we all do. I mean, we all do
I'm
it,
really
so.
good at it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, everybody in chat, thank you all so much. Really, really appreciate it. You guys rock as always. Gonna end the show, but yeah, just catch me on all the systems, RPGrinders. Just don't catch me outside. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, all right. Later, everybody in chat. Appreciate it. Bye.